Hello, love. Welcome to the Libran Key. My name is Elene. It is day 4 of 7 of these timely yet timeless winter meditations coming in on behalf of Mama Iset. I am recording this on the winter solstice. It is December 21st, 2024. And this feels like it's going to be a very simple, short, quiet message. When I was getting ready to move into the meditation, preparing sacred space to connect and to bring through this message, I had a playlist on, playing off of my phone, and the moment this Kate Bush Waking the Witch came on, I looked up at the clock and saw that it was 11:11. It is now 11:27, and it's 1:11 on the clock, on the counter, I should say. Again, I'm using those interchangeably. This is what starts happening when I get into this sort of zone. And there's a line in that particular song. I believe the name of the album is Hounds of Love. And it was an album that came out in the late 80s. I think it was 1988 that album was released. Interesting. Whether it was 1988 or not, she is pointing to the significance of the number 88, the double 8 that reduces to a 16 and then a 7. She's giving us those numbers again to work with. There's a line in that song where Kate Bush sings, "This blackbird is a stone around my neck." And as I went into the meditation, she prompted me to ask the question for each and every one of us: if there is a stone around your neck, what is it? And how can we release that stone and more effectively transmute it into insight, clarity, truth, transformation, love, a deeper understanding of the truth of who we are, where we are, and are. Interesting. What we like to refer to as our small part is actually not small at all. But what role do we have to play? And she's actually giving me that, the quote that's been attributed to Shakespeare, "All the world's a stage." And each and every one of us, I'm paraphrasing here, but each and every one of us being players upon that stage, okay? 3:33 on the counter. So this time of year around the solstice is a time of very deep reflection. It's essentially when we move back to an energy of deep, tranquil stillness. She's actually reminding me of a video of a message that I had posted, I think 2 or 3 years ago, where I went out for a walk on the day of the solstice, the winter solstice, around a pond here in the area. And she's showing me that water being very still, very tranquil, very deep. There's actually it's very interesting because there's a lot of like Scorpio energy that's coming through for this, even though technically we are now currently in Capricorn season. A Capricorn throughout history has been depicted as a goat fish, not just a goat. And there's significance to that because there is a depth to Capricorn that I feel often gets missed. And it's actually quite reflective in the energies of Scorpio. That's a whole other discussion for a different time, though, if that even wants to come through at a different time, but it's coming through right now. She's reminding me of the fact that I always see the winter solstice as the new moon of the entire year. It's like how we would translate our Mama Gaia's relationship to sun, to Ilya, to light, okay? And how that gets reflective in this sort of narrative or story of the moon and her cycles, because everything's connected, right? So at this time of the year, the intentions that we set get amplified. Like I'm hearing tenfold. It's like we can set intentions at every new moon, sowing seeds of intention, but the solstice and the winter solstice energies are amplified. I just keep on hearing the word amplified. And on that note, I'm going to share the crystal that I'm bringing in, the energy of this apophyllite, clear apophyllite pyramid. Sometimes this is also referred to as an Akashic reader. What she's bringing through specifically is, I'm hearing pyramid of light, pyramid of light. And pyramids are amplifiers. They are generators of energy. Interesting. And she's really giving me that energy a lot here of this expansion. I'm seeing a toroidal field around each and every one of us in our being, and I'm also seeing that toroidal field around Mama Gaia. When we go deep within, when we make the time, when we make it the priority at this time of year to go deep within, and I hope that you can feel that, and it's translating coming through this message, because she's just bringing, right from the beginning of starting this, before I even hit record, her energy was so still. Deep tranquility is how I'm feeling it. And she's showing me that this pyramid is like the energy of ice when we look at it, and the stillness of water in ice. Water and the transformation of water into ice. And that we can use that as a metaphor to connect to this really, really deep, tranquil space that we have access to, that is within each and every one of us. Here we can ask any question and find the answers. Just like we all say, the saying goes, I'm hearing when we say a wealth of knowledge, there is a well, like a water well, W-E-L-L, a well of knowledge, and there is wellness, health, healing. I'm also hearing maidens, like well maidens, coming through with that as well. As well. All is well. That word well. Even meditating on what that means to you, okay? So going back, this isn't going to be a long reading. I think I'm going to close it out here. She's not really directing me to pop any cards today. For that song to have come up on my shuffled playlist at that particular time, there's an activation here taking place. If you feel called to listen to that song, although I will say that it is not for, if you are in a space of feeling quote unquote faint-hearted. Although what actually she's saying to me is that for many of us, this might actually be, that might actually do the opposite for us. It might catalyze us in a way And now she's showing me an inner fire that's being stoked at this time, mirroring the sun in its solstice, okay? Because from here on, the sun, that fire, is beginning to grow again. And there might be something in that song or in those lyrics that might do this for you. So what I will do is link the song in the description box, and perhaps even put the lyrics as well there for you to take a look at. Maybe I'll actually pin them in the comments so you can see them, and then you can respond to them as well and see what comes out for you. 1044 on the counter as I say that, because for that song to present itself and to make itself known through spirit and through her, there may be something there for you. There may be an activation taking place. There may be a deep reflection on this level. She's bringing it back to the divine feminine, essentially. And understanding this one aspect of the divine feminine. And also really understanding who's the real perpetrator, who's the real prey, where does the power lie again. She's already been exploring these themes over the past 3-4 days, right? And understanding our inner power and our truth. Understanding the tremendous power of alchemy, of alchemizing darkness as well. And she's bringing it through that word, particularly in this sense with regard to a shadow aspect of self, a shadow aspect of the collective, a shadow aspect of humanity, okay? But to come at it and to approach it and to see it through the eyes of deep tranquility, of reflection, of stillness, of a deep observance, because there's something that it wants to teach us. There's something it wants to show us. There's something here that is asking to be alchemized, okay? I'm also hearing the word taboos here. She's reminding me of that, okay? 1234 on the counter. That's one of the numbers that she's been bringing through. And moving forward, given the poll that I had put up in the community section a little while ago, the biggest feedback I got from you, from those of you who participated in that poll, was galactic perspectives or bigger cosmological perspectives on what we deem taboo here on Earth. And it is definitely not random that the title of this song is Waking the Witch, and what the truth behind that means, and the word witch and what it means, etc., etc., etc. But none of you, I feel like a lot of you who are here are not really new to that either, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. I thank you, each and every one of you, for participating in this video, in these videos, in these meditations, for being open to receiving this information, to a deeper understanding and consideration of what that is, sharing your time and your space with us. Thank you. Thank you, Mama Gaia. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are. Thank you, Mama Iset. And many solstice blessings to you on this winter solstice. Sending you so much love wherever you are, in love and liberation always.